days since launch. This update is introducing pack number 20 Into the Abyss, and the main story pack contains its own explorable world space with different activities. In addition to some special module bonuses, this pack introduces the new Judge's Talent, a debunked extender from the Dark Element. The outcome of a fight in the game is typically decided within just a few turns, so this new kit has some interesting applications. Also, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This game is still quite hard on the element. Probably some of the best in the market. They expect highly detailed artwork, and this extends to the new costume double. Well, don't miss the special 1000 day celebration beyond that Steam is available on Google Play, App Store, and of course, find the game description or comment to download and start playing. Why don't we start with the game and learn more about that point? These days, it seems like a lot of big budget titles that have been brewing in the top of development and marketing have been dropping like flies in the overall game. You ever looked at mobile games that can even fathom operate on the same level? eFoil was the first to change this, of course. They've already beaten everyone to the punch with Honkai Impact in 2016, where its graphical and story presentation was already even more than They struck gold yet again in 2020. Impact was a lightning in a bottle. It both coincided with a pandemic that a lot of people were still home, wanting to find a time, the quality of the game far surpassed basically any mobile game that has been released before it. On top of that, it wasn't infested with ads or microtransactions. It had actual gameplay with some minimal depth, a pretty world to explore, and really memorable music. It actually felt like a premium game you would find on a console platform. The pandemic raged on for the next 2 years or so, and Genshin built a way to solidify its position in the highly secretive market that made
Ad
it
Astra.
Now, Genshin has a fairly spotty track record
Thank you for
player appreciation. You can forget about the infamous one-year anniversary it had in 2021,
Ad Astra.
where players basically bullied eFoil into submission for 10 extra pulls. However, I don't believe it even mattered all that much in the end. The formula that the game had was rock solid, that a small piece of drama like that has no chance of changing the foundations. You can dislike eFoil for their stingy tactics, but you cannot deny that their framework is what leads the way for future competitors to follow in the meanwhile. Releasing a new explorable region once a year with a fully voiced and animated storyline, great music, great atmosphere, and side content littered throughout is kind of insane if you think about it. Best of all, they gave these out for free. You don't have to pay a monthly sub to unlock new content like some MMOs. You don't have a weird time gate that prevents you from consuming the new content unless you paid extra. You can actually see your investments when you do spend money on the game put to good use. It wasn't lining the pockets of some executives at Aniplex or something. Realistically, you can experience the full extent of its lore and world building for free. The price is an optional gacha element.
The temperature's just right. But this isn't the best spot to lie down.
It wasn't a shortcut to success. You actually have to create a high-quality product and maintain it in a consistent pace that satisfies players. It's something that brings you more experience to the content. However, it's
Next customer.
It's not open to Pandora stock in this part of the mobile game. That games designed to last on the market, primarily with its UI and monetization techniques. You'll get the sense that a lot of them have similar layouts. While the activations are sort of similar, how their update cycles are handled in not the same manner. That being said, eFoil never patented any of these ideas. So if your game can use the framework to create an even better job, I'd say go for it. With that being said, I still think it works well. I have to point out that without this, you wouldn't have it. Now, given what we know about the current Pokemon, know that a number of these titles in the Pokemon world anime formula will be working with this. Now, not all of these games are fully focused on open world elements, but some of them will have a
Stabilize. Let's go, Tomato. Rough color. Scatter.
It's still the matter of understanding now that how the matter is within it. But we'll have a chance to get a distinct feeling for every game. It's also extremely important that despite using the same formula that Genshin originally pioneered, everyone uses games for different reasons. complex and difficult content, and some just want to turn their brains off after a long day. Some want deep and rich stories and world building to get invested into, and some don't really care about the story all that much. Some want to have long-term satisfying grinds, and some just want to click a few buttons and be done for the day. All of these are valid approaches and reasons to play a certain game. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of these games can look fairly similar on the surface, especially when they're announced with their trailers. They may offer slightly different things that are not apparent on the first look. Might brush off Marvel Star Guide and other games of the film, but I'm saying that it's worthwhile to try it out to see if it's really
Gather!
good.
This is order!
I have no doubt that people will I'm really pleased with the standout user identity, despite being so many options I don't have right now. Let's finally discuss the situation we have.
Let's go, Tomato.
Market in mobile gaming, I think we want to